I'm Dylan.
And I'm Devin.
And we're
And
the
we're the
Plantsmiths.
Plantsmiths.
Yes, sir. Today we've got a fantastic video for you guys for the Rikka Sunavalon deck. First things first, we're going to show you a quick updated list just because we've tweaked it a little bit. We were playing with 50. We found out that we just didn't really like it, so we are playing 45 now.
Yep, we found out that we didn't really need the Forbidden Droplet too much because coming into the new format, a lot of the decks just don't really Forbidden Droplet doesn't do like enough with the hand disadvantage of having to send a whole bunch of cards out. So I just decided to cut it, have a higher chance of seeing Loci, have a higher chance of seeing Lilyboria, and having a higher chance of seeing like the board breakers and hand traps that we already have.
Yeah, everything that we need here is still. So we just cut droplets and stuff basically. We're still on pretty much all the standard ratios for everything here. Nothing has changed. Literally, we just took a couple of cards out. Still on 3 triple tactics. We took out the 3 droplets and a call to buy, and then we took out the 3rd Lilyboria and we stuffed it in the side. Just because it's a little less of a hassle. Lilyboria is great. You can still play 3 in the main if you wanted to. But yeah, that's what we've tweaked about the list. Nothing particular. I would recommend probably giving this list more of a try. It's considerably more consistent. We've found a lot of success with it so far.
Also, if you do want to play 3 Lilyboria, you can and make it 46. We can actually put in the description. We can put. I did all the math for it, like all the numbers.
If you want to see the numbers, they're going to be on screen here, and just feel free to pause the video, and we'll take a look at it if you want. Those are the statistics of the deck with the different numbers and ratios. By all means, we've done the math for you. Just take a look here, pause the video. And we'll link it in the description as well, so you can take a deeper look at it as well. But yeah, let's move on to the meat of the video here. We've got around 6 interesting replays here for you, and they are all anti-Droll lines. Not anti-Droll lines, but lines that play through Droll. Because you can't exactly play an anti-Droll situation. In this deck, your main combos always at least search once, right? Normal summon Petal, normal summon Loci, normal summon Lone Fire. Unexpected.
The only way that you can get anti-Droll is cross out, but we don't play cross out because it's a brick 90% of the time.
Yeah, there are rare situations where you can open die plus Petal plus Princess or something, or you can open die Petal and you can go die and then summon Petal and then Petal searches Princess and you're Droll protected because technically you can negate it, but then you've already used your Princess and you've already used your Petal for the turn. So it's a little less than optimal, but I digress. This is what we've got here prepared for you. So let's get right into the replays. All right, so this first replay that we've got here that Devin's prepped is a low-risk combo line that ends on Bang and Princess with some pretty simple follow-up here. So let's get right into it here.
It only puts up 2 interruptions.
Yep. We start with our Loci, go straight into the Dryas, and then search our Sowing, and this is where at the point where they would trigger the Droll, and then we'll go ahead and Sowing out for the Twin. Summon, Healer will heal because there's no reason for us not to heal instead here, and then we'll go Jasmine, summon the Lone Fire into the Petal here, and then that Petal is going to go ahead and it's going to mill the Princess. That gives us that interrupt, and then we're going to climb very safely into the Bang Lancer. We'll have a Petal on field, we will have a Princess in grave, we have the Bang that can still be reborn. It's not great, it is 2 interruptions, but it is consistent and it does give you follow-up in the form of Bang Lancer and Petal.
Yep.
So
you tribute Petal for cost with Princess, and then you just bring it back for free in the end.
Yeah, and then additionally, you haven't gone super deep into your extra deck. You do lose out on the Dryas, of course, but we can still go into Dance Peon. We can still make another Jasmine to extend further if we need. We still even have another Melius in this build. So there's still a lot of wiggle room that you have in that extra deck. You haven't gone into any of your XCs. So you can still play the game. But typically, the best way to play through Droll, the way we like to play through Droll, is we like to gamble. We love gambling here. So
this is for if you don't think that these 2 interruptions are going to stop your opponent enough, what we like to do is we like to gamble, and gambling it has a chance to put up a lot more interrupts, as you'll see in the next combo line.
Yeah.
But this is just for low risk. This is just
this
you
is
just
low
get a
risk,
combo.
very safe. You've still got 4 cards in hand here. So you have hand traps, you have maybe imperm and stuff like that. You could have attack to punish your opponent. You might even have an extender. So you still have wiggle room with this. This is just your basic safe combo after Droll. So for the next combo here, this is a fantasy here. It's not really a fantasy because when Devin was doing this line, these are actually genuinely just the mills that he had. He did not have to stack the deck for it. This is just what happened. But what you can do instead is here when we are getting our bodies out and printing the rest of the deck, we've triggered Droll on that sewing here. We can actually go for Sylvan Dance Peon here. And we want to have room here in this spot just so we have the capability of, modulating a level. Say we summon like a card that we would rather XC summon with than this win. We would just like to have that available.
It's also the fact that we can't use it for link material, and
Correct.
we can use Twin for link material.
So when you summon with Dance Peon, you get to choose a number 1 and 3. You can mill that many off the top of your deck and summon up to 2, but they can't be used as link material. So you have to use it to make an Xyz monster. And naturally, we need this space open because this can be a link material. We can use it with the Dance Peon to get into like a Jasmine and extend further here. But we need at least one body here to Xyz summon with. And it doesn't hurt to have the Loci here because Dance Peon has the additional ability of modulating levels when it targets stuff in the grave. So we've milled 3 cards here. Obviously, we've milled 3 unbelievable cards, Loci, Lonefire, and Princess. And this is just an example situation here. We've gone ahead. We milled the Princess. We called them forwards. Let's put the Dryas back here. Boom, we'll get into Jasmine. Boom, we'll tribute it out, trigger our Bang, or trigger our Strenna here to summon the Hyperton. Princess will, mill another, or Petal will mill another Princess. We'll go Melius, Bang, tribute the Bang for the 8 here with the Lonefire, and then we will make that Teardrop. So this is like the upper echelon, the higher rolls that you can get here. We've got, the Monster Negate, the Compulse, the Teardrop, and then we have the Princess and the Petal in the grave for follow-up, as well as sewing to protect our Bangalancer from battle destruction or card effect destruction. But as you saw,
we also can't get Animud.
Yeah, we can't get Animud here. We've, skillfully protected our zones. But as you saw, we naturally just rolled into 3 really great mills there. Lonefire and any plant is just unbelievable. We milled the best possible mills we could have milled. So what happens if we mill horrifically? So here we're going to go for that Dryas. We're going to go sewing. We're going to Droll. And then we're going to sewing out here. And we're going to continue to build our board in the same way. Again, the healer, just so we get the life here, since we're not searching anyways. And look at this. We've milled Harpy's Feather Duster, Infinite Impermanence, and Small World. And in testing, Devin actually had to stack the deck for these 3 to be here because he just kept hitting names. So we just extended combo anyways. So we're going to go into the Jasmine here, get our Lonefire out. Lonefire's going to go into Petal. Petal's going to bin the Princess, and then we are just going to be able to pass from there. It's a pretty sad end, but at least it gives us the Princess Negate. At least we have follow-up. If you really want
And Petal can't be beaten over.
Yeah, because we have higher life than our opponent here, they cannot attack over the Petal. They do need to out the Jasmine first, because Jasmine does protect from things that it points to. It's a less than ideal board, but we do, again, in theory, have 4 blanks here that we can use. But yeah, this is what we can get if we don't hit with Dance Peon. So you can see that we can get these beautiful, phenomenal boards, or we can get terrible boards. So that's just the nature of gambling. But gambling becomes a lot safer if we have an extender.
You should always gamble if you have an extender. I mean, you don't have to, but you should always gamble, specifically because if you hit either a Princess or a Princess and Con, you instantly get whatever you want.
Yeah, you will always be able to just super extend here. So in this instance, we've chosen Lily Bar as our extender since it's free to come out typically. Princess is an extender, and there are a couple of other great extenders here. So we're going to climb. We're going to make our Dance Peon. We're going to miss a little bit. We hit a Princess. We're actually opting to keep it in the graveyard here, just because we want to value its level a bit more here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the rank 4 here. And note, we obviously didn't get the ability to search this Coliseum there because we were under Droll. And then from there, we can go ahead and detach. and we can get that Lilyboria back for follow-up, and then we can link into the Jasmine, tribute it off, summon the Lone Fire, we'll get our Hyperton out here, or our Teardrop, whichever you would prefer. We can go into Petal, and Petal can build that, and we can go into our Bang here. So, not an insane board, but we have an extender that this can, we obviously we hit one name here, so it was a min roll, but we were able to end on Bang, plus, Teardrop or Hyperton, plus the Lilyboria follow-up in hand, or any other, plant in your graveyard that you want. We could definitely,
Also, this combo line, if you wanted to, you could have made Hyperton there. You'd attributed, put Petal out, Petal dump Princess. You wouldn't get Bang, but you'd have a protected Princess and a protected Teardrop, and then you just tribute Petal for cost, bring Petal back, and then go into Bang the next turn. I just opted to go for this because because I like Bang in a lot of matchups, but it's either or. You can always just keep Hyperton and then keep the Petal that dumps, and then you'll be fine too.
And then of course we have 3 blanks here as well, so naturally we have the ability to play a little bit more. And then this is going to be a Gambler with the extender here. Again, just another sample combo here. We're going to continue down that standard kind of familiar.
This is if Con and Princess both hit.
Oh, it's gonna be the next one actually.
Oh, okay.
You're good here. Here we missed.
Oh no,
we did mill a Con.
Oh
well,
yeah,
we milled Con, but we missed here. Sorry, we got our combos a little out of sorts here. But you'll see we milled a Princess here in this situation, and we've milled the Con. And this allows us to search Con without going into Droll, or without having to deal with Droll. Because what Strenna does is it actually just adds back any plant or Rikka card. So we can detach, we can add the Con back, and then we can link it to the Jasmine here. And before we do anything with it, we're going to set that sheet because it sets from the deck, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue off as we had intended prior. So we're going to go into that Teardrop in this instance, or you can go into the Hyperton. We're going to link 4 into the Bang, and then that is our end.
4 interrupts.
Here. 4 interrupts and Con to tribute our opponent's stuff for cost. So this functionally becomes 2 interrupts because we tribute a cost and steal. And then finally here we have a pretty standard die and Petal combo here. This is going to go for the die. We are going to link off into the Dryas. And if you wanted to here, you could play around Droll completely by normal summoning the Petal and searching a Princess, but at that same point, you are using your Princess effect for the turn, and you are using your Petal search for the turn. But in this new line variant that we've kind of pioneered, you'll notice that we actually use the Petal at the end of the combo to search an additional Mudon body follow-up here. So there is a lot more merit in normal summoning this Petal now. The downside is it does lock you out of the Therions. Not Lilyboria, but Regulus, because Petal does plant lock you. So we'll continue from here. And the reason we're summoning Healer here every time is just because
Laurel.
If we have Laurel, we get that extra body as well, and that makes Laurel become an extender. If you prefer Thrasher here, so you can save the search for later, you absolutely can. We're going to go ahead and, as you saw, we milled the Con. We've milled some names here. We're going to continue to extend. We've hit big here, and we've got the Con back. And we're going to set, and that's our board here. This time we've got the sheet, we've got the Strenna, we've got the Bang, we've got the Rikka Princess in the grave, and this, of course, not only allows us to play with great extension, we also get to play around cards like Dark Ruler, because this becomes, a Hyperton or a Teardrop on our opponent's turn.
If you want to see how consistent Dance Peon hits, by the way, I didn't stack the deck when we milled 3. And I accidentally milled plant monsters that we could have summoned, but I just wanted to run through only hitting the Con off the top and no other extensions because the other bodies are just free.
Yeah.
So we did hit Petal. We did hit Primula and Alosi off the top, but the only reason I'm opting not to use them is specifically because
we're demonstrating that it's low.
We're only demonstrating that we don't need the
we
extra
just
body.
need a level 4 in the graveyard so that we can modulate into Strenna. So it's
which is why normal summoning Petal
niche, but it's a lot less niche of an interaction than you would think it would be. It is. You will see a lot of situations where you mill the Con, and you can bring it back to your hand, and that's how you can get this really, really powerful interrupt to stop your opponent from playing the game under Droll. And then additionally, you know, this pedal is currently under our Strena. We're going to tribute it on our opponent's turn. It's just going to happen to interrupt them, and that pedal will be in the graveyard. So that's our follow-up here. That's our basic Droll like advice. It's not a strict combo guideline. More so just kind of like a, how do I want to put this? More like a
helpful, if you don't actually know what you're attempting to do,
this is
you have
kind
somewhat
of
of an idea.
An idea of how you would want to take it going forward if you've been hit by Droll and Lockbird. Because every situation where you gamble with Dance Peon is going to be different. So you've seen examples where we did nothing. You've seen examples where we've hit Nutty, and then you see some examples here where we recur the Con. Similarly, you can recur the Trap and you can recur Glamour. Obviously, you won't be able to use the Glamour because you can't search. But yeah, that's our deck, our combo here for the Drolls. And you can see it's pretty nice, a pretty easy way to handle it. Naturally, you can also play crossouts and you can play Called By if you really hate Droll. But that's just to show you that the deck can still play a little bit through it. And yeah, thank you all for watching. We appreciate your enjoyment. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, you know, because we're trying to build the Plant Posse up. We love to keep this Rikka content coming for you guys because we just want to be educational as possible, so that people can still play this deck going forward through the next month. And then, of course, you know, when the Aroma stuff comes out, we'll do the Aroma stuff as well, just because. But
yep, because it'll be better.
Yeah,
I do hope this helped you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, you were talking.
I was just saying, I do hope it helps you guys.
Dude, it's not scripted. Right on. Well, thank you guys for watching. You know, have a wonderful, happy New Year, and I don't know, keep planting, I guess. That seems like a pretty reasonable way to end off the video. Keep planting. We'll just practice. We'll just throw shit out there and see what you guys like for the end. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions or ideas, comments, please just leave them down below. We're happy to. We love engaging with you guys. So yeah, that's it.
We comment to every comment, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Peace.